MI6 briefed King Charles personally. This isn't about if Meghan was being watched anymore. The question is, why? So the leaked MI6 transcript, allegedly from a debrief in March 2025, it's being called one of the most damaging leaks in modern royal history. In the audio, this calm, cold male voice, said to be an MI6 officer, refers to Meghan like a mission target. Subject Ivy's digital footprint increased tenfold between February and April 2023. And the kicker? All her activity was routed through private VPNs from Silicon Valley and even Accra. That's not accidental, that's coordinated. And while her defenders are screaming paranoia, the intel says otherwise. Because it wasn't just sketchy messages, the transcript revealed intent. One section literally reads, "Our assessment. Subject Ivy was using her connections to acquire leverage, not for protection, for positioning." Positioning for what, though? Some say she was hoarding sensitive palace info, like schedules, audits, behind-the-scenes drama. All of it to either trade, leak, or weaponize. One theory, she was boosting her influence in U.S. politics. Another, she wanted control over how the monarchy is seen long-term. On July 10, a tweet from a former cybersecurity guy went viral at Digital Vault Jake. Meghan was on the radar long before Spotify dropped her. Operation Ivy was about data leaks, not drama. And guess what? Behind those palace doors, it's crisis mode. King Charles allegedly met with the Prime Minister for a secret briefing. Kate canceled all her public appearances. Insiders say that's not a coincidence. Whatever Meghan had, it wasn't small. And now MI6 is scrambling to figure out how far Operation Ivy went. Ready for the scariest part? One MI6 handler in the leaked audio told someone at GCHQ, if Subject Ivy's cache includes internal footage, the risk isn't just to the crown, it's geopolitical. Wait, what? This set off a frenzy, because if that's true, Meghan could have accessed recordings of world leaders, US, Saudi Arabia, France, Canada, you name it. That's not royalty. That's global ammunition. Then, another tweet hit hard at Diplomatic Fury on July 13. Leaks like this can cause war-level fallout. It's not about Meghan anymore. This is why MI6 doesn't joke. Now the questions got darker. Was Meghan working alone? Was she backed by someone bigger? Or did she have no idea what she was playing with? Buried deeper in the transcript was a line that sent actual chills online. Subject Ivy has not yet activated Phase 2, but indicators suggest she's preparing a release strategy. Wait, Phase 2? Commentators went wild. Some said it could be interviews, a memoir, timed anonymous leaks. The palace? Silent. Totally silent. Strategic? Maybe. Fear? Possibly. But here's what no one doubts. She was never meant to have this stuff, and now MI6 wants to know who helped her. By July 14, headlines screamed, MI6 scrambles to track palace mole. Was Meghan fed secrets from inside? Yep, because Operation Ivy had more than one player. One line from a closed hearing revealed, Asset Omega confirmed delivery of transcripts to Ivy via secure third-party channel remains uncompromised. Asset Omega, suddenly conspiracy theories were everywhere. Was there a double agent in Parliament, in the palace security team? Who was the mysterious third party? People started pointing fingers at a palace aide who quit suddenly or a journalist known for eerily accurate royal scoops. By that night, at Monarch Watchdog tweeted, if Asset Omega is real, this goes beyond petty drama. This is espionage. This is treason. And we let it happen for clicks. And Meghan, still radio silent, no PR, no statement, nothing. Which only made people think, she's planning something. And remember, she's done it before. Silent buildup, strategic leaks, bombshell drops. But this time, palace insiders are panicking. Rumor has it there's a blacklist. A royal's told not to travel, not to speak publicly, and definitely not be seen with certain names. MI6? They've ordered full digital trace on every comms linked to Operation Ivy. Burner phones, emails, even encrypted messages. Why? Because leverage fails wasn't just a line. It meant someone tried to negotiate, and it didn't work. Then came July 15th. And oh, this day sent shivers. The Guardian Weekly Review dropped a headline so wild, people thought it was satire at first. Meghan Markle demanded speaking slot amid security crisis. But when you look deeper, it wasn't a joke. Leaked internal memos showed Meghan had submitted a formal proposal to speak at the 2025 UN Harmony Forum in New York, and it was denied. Buried in the article was the chilling line, National Security Protocol flagged, MI6 advisory triggered. What was flagged? Why would MI6 get involved in a celebrity speaking gig? That's when Downing Leaks dropped a tweet that shook social media. Operation Ivy wasn't about silencing Meghan, it was about tracking what she had access to. She asked for something they never thought she would dare ask for. Wait, what did she ask for? Some speculated a diplomatic title. Others whispered about UN immunity. The boldest theory? She wanted to represent the Commonwealth, and that would have been a direct slap to King Charles and Prince William, both prepping for the Commonwealth Summit. Even seasoned MI6 officers were stunned. A retired analyst told The Times, "We're not just talking PR games anymore, we're talking data, access, intent." And it gets worse. One of Meghan's secure tablets was allegedly cloned by an MI6 contractor quietly, remotely. What did they find? No full disclosure, of course, but multiple sources confirmed audio recordings, foreign contact lists, and institution-level metadata. Suddenly, this wasn't Meghan Markle, the ex-royal. This was Meghan Markle, the potential asset. As the sun set over Westminster that night, things spiraled. The PM's office issued a vague statement to BBC News, admitting information of concern had been flagged involving a former royal, but refused to name names. But come on, everyone knew. Then, journalist Amamira Shah tweeted, "Multiple sources confirm Meghan Markle was using a non-royal encrypted line to contact diplomatic associates overseas. Parliament was notified after MI6 traced 3 of those calls to flagged regions." Flagged regions? People lost their minds. Qatar, Beijing, Nairobi, Moscow? No one knew for sure, but the speculation exploded. And that's when ex-Intel officer Malcolm Wren dropped the truth bomb on a viral podcast. You don't launch Operation Ivy unless the subject poses a credible influence threat, someone with access, information, and an agenda. Ivy climbs silently. That's the point. Now, people weren't gossiping. They were terrified. This wasn't just a family feud anymore. It was a national security breakdown. Still no palace statement. Still no denial. Then came the redacted parliamentary phone logs. One showed a call from an unregistered number at Meghan's Montecito estate just 24 hours before her 2024 UN visit. The recipient? An unnamed political operative in Brussels. Boom! Operation Ivy trended globally. A royal insider tweeted, "This isn't just messy, it's calculated. Meghan knew where to hit and how hard. And just when it couldn't possibly get worse, it did. A second leak dropped. Not a transcript, an actual audio file, just 11 seconds. Meghan's voice, clear as day. "They underestimated me. If they won't give me the platform, I'll find a way to take it, even if it means tearing it down." That line, it set the internet on fire. At John Myro Politics tweeted, "That audio changes everything. It confirms intent." This wasn't exile, it was extraction and retaliation. MI6, dead silent. But a Guardian source slipped one more chilling detail. Operation Ivy was named because Meghan had embedded herself in multiple systems at once. Media, philanthropy, diplomacy. And cutting her out wasn't just difficult, it was dangerous. TikTok went crazy. Theories, clips, conspiracies, hashtags like Ivy Files and Megxit2 trended overnight. They launched Phase 2, tracking Meghan's 2023224 private travel records, including off-book trips to Qatar, Nigeria, and Morocco. A former diplomat tweeted, "People forget Morocco isn't just sand and tagine. There's a cyber intel corridor there. Western powers watch very closely." Meghan showing up unannounced? That wasn't tourism. Even Meghan's diehard supporters started questioning, was this curiosity or strategy? Then it hit even closer to home. A cybersecurity whistleblower tipped The Guardian. Between Oct 2024 and Jan 2025, a royal-issued device tied to Meghan's former assistant pinged restricted palace cloud servers, the kind that housed royal travel plans, charity budgets, and internal emails. Minutes later, those emails were forwarded to Meghan's Proton Mail. Accident? Not a chance. At Clara Sleuth UK tweeted, "I work in Intel. The stuff Meghan accessed, you need clearance and intent. This wasn't curiosity. This was strategy." Sir Malcolm Yates, senior cyber ethics advisor, didn't hold back. "We're not talking about email leaks. This is espionage disguised as entitlement." And just when people thought they'd heard it all, boom. An unredacted transcript leaked on Telegram. It revealed Meghan's codename again, Operation IVY, threat level yellow, source Swan, potentially compromised. And a mysterious phrase, subject conducted covert comms using keyword pattern Regal Shift during Channel 4 event. What the hell is Regal Shift? Analysts traced it back to backstage chatter with ITV execs right before a segment on Kate's mental health was mysteriously pulled. Was Meghan steering media narratives in real time? Through all of this, Meghan stayed silent, but she was spotted leaving a $7,000 0 cent a night Big Sur retreat. Tight-lipped, deadpan. Royal biographer Edward Langdon tweeted, "She's not hiding. She's daring them to move. Either she's bluffing or she's got more in that vault than anyone guessed." And that's when MI6 escalated the case internationally, not just with the FBI, with Interpol. By July 18th, 2025, this wasn't just a scandal anymore. It was looking like a full-blown international intelligence crisis. The British public no longer whispering. They were demanding answers. Radio shows turned into shouting matches. Headlines were screaming phrases like royal sabotage and treason from within. And then, boom, a second leak. Not speculation, not a transcript. A leaked parliamentary audio file confirmed it. Meghan had been placed on MI6's internal shadow list, a digital surveillance category reserved for individuals with geopolitical risk potential. What does that mean? It means every call, every email, even when her device came close to an embassy or world leader, was being logged in real time. That wasn't even the worst part. Whispers started in Washington. The U.S. State Department, under quiet pressure from Buckingham, was reportedly asked to deny Meghan any kind of diplomatic protection or security at public events, especially those tied to global aid, women's rights, or anything Commonwealth. She was being frozen out, not legally, strategically, globally. And then, at 8:43 p.m. London time, Meghan made her move. She posted a cryptic Instagram story, deleted within seconds, but not before it spread everywhere. A blurry photo, a red folder, the label, confidential, Windows Accord, and one word typed across it, timing. Cue the chaos. At British Tea Leaks tweeted instantly, "That's not a threat. That's a warning." The Windsor Accord was the deal between Charles and William about royal succession. If Meghan's got details on that, she could collapse the entire PR machine. And then MP Francis Doyle went live on Channel 4 and said the unthinkable. If even a quarter of what these documents imply is true, Meghan Markle may have single-handedly destabilized more royal infrastructure than any foreign threat in modern history. Mic dropped, but that wasn't the end. Just before midnight, sent Parliament a sealed memorandum with 3 words in the headline that sent everyone reeling. Operation IV Escalation Protocol Suggested. Translation, they were preparing to go full scale. That could mean cyber neutralization, travel restrictions, and international intelligence sharing with allies. And Meghan, she was last seen boarding a private plane out of Santa Barbara. Destination? Unknown. A user posted what everyone was thinking, at @RuleWatchQueen. She's running, and wherever she lands, they'll be watching. You don't just poke the lion and walk away. By the next morning, this wasn't a headline anymore. It was a countdown. The palace, still no comment. Parliament, on fire. And the public, paralyzed, torn between outrage and disbelief. Some were screaming for her arrest, others in awe of how far she'd gone. Because for the first time, people weren't just debating Meghan's motives, they were questioning whether Britain had just been outplayed. Was Meghan a rebel? Or something far more calculated? Because here's the thing, no one can ignore. This wasn't about tiaras, titles, or tabloids anymore. This was about someone who knew how to get inside the system, gather leverage, and possibly pull strings no royal outsider has ever touched. And maybe, just maybe, she's not done yet.